Taz effect hits you like a wave, a fresh new spin on the news you crave. Turn the page and you see the light, a different angle that feels so right. No more waiting for the truth to show. Every story starts to glow. Daily news in a way you didn't know. It's the Taz effect that steals the show. Open your mind, let the colors flow. Daily news in a way you didn't know. The Taz effect hits you like a wave, a fresh new spin on the news you crave. Turn the page and you see the light, a different angle that feels so right. No more waiting for the truth to show. Every story starts to glow. Daily news in a way you didn't know. It's the Taz effect that steals the show. Open your mind, let the colors flow. Daily news in a way you didn't know. The Taz effect hits you like a wave, a fresh new spin on the news you crave.
Okay, here we go. I have no idea why we were stuck in a loop of the opening song. It's one of those days. It's one of those days. But let's get this started. Welcome to the Taz Effect. Thank you for joining me. For those listening in over the radio airwaves, thank you for tuning in at gcpr.live. For those watching and listening from all around the social media sphere, thank you. Today is Wisdom Wednesday. Hopefully, by the end of this, you will walk away feeling a little bit more wise. All right, all right, all right. There we go. Now, there is so much to get into and tackle. We're gonna kind of try to tackle as much as we can in this first hour. Hey, what's that? All right. Texas can require public schools to display 10 commandments in classrooms court rules. Hey, Harley Pup. Hi, Girly Pop. No, I need you. No, you're gonna knock the iPad over. No. Okay, sit down in your spot. Thank you. Texas can require that, ma'am. No, okay. I'm okay. Thank you. Texas can require that. I promise. Oh, Harley Pup. Okay. I promise you, I'm okay. All right. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for the love and the attention. But I got work to do, okay? Just sit there in your spot. All right? Can you do that? All right? Thank you. You're such a good girl. You're beautiful. Thank you. The- you are ignoring me. No, don't jump at me. No, ow! Hey. I told you. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. You want to put your head on my lap? Put your head on my lap. Ooh, I'm not in control here. Texas can require the 10 Commandments to be displayed in public schools, a U.S. appeals court ruled Tuesday in a victory for conservatives who have long sought to incorporate more religion into classrooms. The 9-8 decision by the 5th U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals, ew, nasty, delivered a boost to backers of similar laws in Arkansas and Louisiana. Opponents have argued that hanging the Ten Commandments in classrooms proselytizes to students and amounts to religious indoctrination by the government. In a lengthy majority opinion, the conservative-leaning appeals court in New Orleans rejected those arguments in Texas, saying the requirement does not step on the rights of parents or students. No child is made to recite the commandments, believe them, or affirm their divine origin, the ruling says. Hello to every other religion out there, to every other religious leader, practitioner, participant, if you will, petition to have the equivalent hung in these schools because the Supreme Court just told you you could. Mm-hmm. 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 I'm a firm believer in you cannot ask somebody to respect your beliefs and your practices if you refuse to respect theirs and you keep trying to force your beliefs and practices down somebody else's throat. And um, as a Christian, specifically a Protestant Christian, because for some reason we have to make that distinction here. Um, I have watched the hypocrisy. Earlier today, I had a lengthy knockout, drag out argument with someone regarding things in the Bible versus sayings that people have come up with that have been detrimental, and the fact that if you have to try to force people into your religion, is that really where you need to be? Said person is still upset because I brought up the whole patriarchy thing, and although people like to say everything should be male led, especially when it comes to specifically the Christian religion, they put a lot of onus on women. They never force men to do the heavy lifting, to do the work. And then we end up with a lot of emotionally and maturity wise stunted men walking around thinking that they are the end all be all and the bee's knees when they're just a bunch of terrified little babies looking for somebody to mommy them out of every circumstance. Now, coming in strong, the Southern Poverty Law Center charged with defrauding donors with payments to extremist informants. The Southern Poverty Law Center was indicted Tuesday on federal fraud charges alleging it improperly raised millions of dollars to secretly pay leaders of the Triple K and other hate groups for inside information, acting attorney Todd Blanche said. Um, I said this earlier today in a meeting. I'm going to say it again to you all. I don't know why you all are shocked. The the most readily available capital that can be used in capitalism is whiteness. And whiteness will always pay to protect whiteness, and whiteness will always pay to ensure that whiteness is profitable. And the most profitable form of whiteness is the whiteness that cosplays as justice and salvation. Happy Earth Day, Mr. The Justice Department alleges the civil rights group defrauded donors by using their money to fund the very extremism it claimed to be fighting, with more than $3 million paid to informants through a now defunct program to infiltrate white supremacists and other extremist groups. Prosecutors allege some of the money was used by extremists to carry out crimes, but court papers did not include specific examples. Let me explain something to you. So they're indicting the Southern Poverty Law Center for doing what the FBI, the CIA, local police departments do every single day. They're indicting them for what the Department of Justice does. Because why are we having a problem with the Southern Poverty Law Center infiltrating racist white supremacist groups, extremist groups at that? Why are we indicting them for being willing to get their hands dirty, send people in undercover or to inform so we can take down these extremist organizations from the inside out? Why are we upset? Why are we indicting them? And let me, y'all see Serpico. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Please explain to me why we are indicting them for the same thing, the same reason why we have undercover officers, why we have witness protection with tech. Like, because it didn't say, oh, they're just willy-nilly giving them money, telling them to skirt off and do X, Y, and Z. They're paying to infiltrate, which is understandable. Because if you're putting yourself on the line, that means that at a moment's notice, you need to be able to and have the funds and the means to get up and disappear in a moment's notice. The SPLC was not dismantling these groups. It was instead manufacturing the extremism that it purports to oppose and by paying sources to stoke racial hatred, Blanche said. You mean just like the Department of Justice paid people, specifically white people, to infiltrate Black Lives Matter? And those that they paid to infiltrate went on record saying that their whole job was to convince the powers that be at Black Lives Matter to incite violence, to burn buildings down. So once again, why are we upset? Hey, Harvey. The civil rights group faces charges of wire fraud, bank fraud, and conspiracy to commit money laundering in the case brought in the federal court in Alabama, where the organization is based. Let me explain something to y'all. I know that white supremacists love to be like, but the Black Panthers, but the Black Panthers, but the Black, and they don't tell you about the Yellow Panthers and everything else. Okay, they don't talk about the Rainbow Coalition before the OG, the true blue Rainbow Coalition. I'm not talking about whatever it is that Jesse Jackson put his hands on. They try to act like that. Those were the extremist terrorist groups that meant that were just dismantling things. No, the KKK has legislation against it. The KKK has long been recognized as a terrorist organization. Isn't it funny that now all of a sudden we're supposed to be mad because there's an investigation claiming, hey, Nana J, that the Triple K was getting money? When was the last time the Triple K was a threat? See, every couple of business decades, the Triple K has a resurgence, but the Triple K does not want to change its methods because it goes by the OG white supremacist handbook and all of the tenets, which has no creativity. It cannot evolve. The last time it went through somewhat of an evolution, it was due to a white woman who couldn't keep her Cuda biscuit to herself. But she came up with the marketing strategy that they still use to this day. She came up with that marketing strategy when virtually everything was black and white. And I'm talking about pictures and movies. Catch what I'm putting down, catch what I'm putting down. So they haven't said anything about the ones that are walking around utilizing technology and everything else, the 3%ers, the Proud Boys, all of that. Nope, 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 nope. The Triple K. And they want all of you all to be up in arms because they're hoping that you only look at the headline and nothing else. This is why they really aren't talking about it in depth on broadcast. Because why the hell do we give a damn about an organization that's damn near obsolete being infiltrated? At this point, people are utilizing the Triple K like they utilize the Kiwanis Club. Nobody really knows what it does, but they do know that they give out some scholarships. The indictment came shortly after the SPLC revealed the existence of a criminal investigation into its disbanded informant program to gather intelligence on extremist group activities. The group said the program was used to monitor threats of violence, and the information was often shared with local and federal law enforcement. So, you decided to investigate something that was already disbanded and something that was already informing local and federal law enforcement, hey, they're about to do X, Y, and Z that is violent. But your indictment contends that they were paying for the incitement of violence. What? Huh? Hello? English, my old friend. What part of this says that? You see, when you don't critically think, you'll come up with anything. And I'm sorry, that is the problem with the vast majority of today. You get a bunch of stupid people, you give them access to the global World Wide Web. You toss out a few talking points, a few bits of rhetoric, and some headlines, and people think that they're freaking Inspector Clouseau and want to argue to the death the rest of us. Going past the headline means nothing if you are not actively working on your critical thinking and comprehension skills. You can read an article 10 to 15 times over, but if your whole goal in life is to believe that you are correct and you believe that you have everything figured out and you're not the type of person to ask for clarification, to look for clarification, everything you read is going to be confirmation bias for you. What do I mean? You ever heard the adage, you will find what you're looking for? Because your entire focus will be on confirming what you already believe. If you believe that your partner is a liar, everything that you look at, everything that they say to you, you're going to take as confirmation bias because you're not working to comprehend, you're not critically thinking. You're equating everything back to the lie that you told yourself. You're like, yep, I knew that's confirmation. Yep. Okay. I had a conversation this week with someone, and I do mean to laugh at them. I'm not gonna say that I don't mean to laugh out. I do mean to laugh at them. They are pissed off, butt hurt, everything else, taking their wife up through there, okay, up through there because they have convinced themselves that outside of them, their life cannot happen to their wife. Yep, you heard me. They have convinced themselves that life cannot be lifing for their wife. They've convinced themselves that this woman has nothing going on outside of them. So if they're like, "Oh, hey, babe, I got this account, you got this account. Can I get $10?" And she's like, "Nah, remember I had to go get my car because there's always something with you. You can never help me." Like life ain't been life. They've convinced themselves that this woman is a liar because of life. This is the society that we are dealing with right now. The dumb that keeps getting done. Yeah, validating your own craziness. Absolutely. Absolutely. And the second half of the show, we're going to get more in depth with it with today's Wisdom Wednesday guest. Um, but I had quite a beautiful conversation earlier today in a meeting. Um, and we were talking about the comfort that white people can find in just whiteness, the privilege of being a white bodied individual. And in the midst of that conversation, I was reminded of something. And yes, this can be applied regarding race, this can be applied regarding ethnicity, this can be applied regarding gender identity, sexual orientation, just to be clear. I am going to tell you what was my thought process and the lens that I took it through. You could take it through whatever lens that you want. Okay. We don't stifle around here. Think of this as the starting point for your own thought process and your own research. Okay. But I thought about being a Black woman and how many times people have picked up their crosses, taken them off their backs, off their shoulders, and put them onto mine, and gotten upset when I'm like, whoa, I need to take this off for a minute. Can I lean on you for a second? Same people who say it. You know what? You ever need anything? I'm here. I listen. I'm an open ear. I got you. And the moment that I do, if I go, you know what? That ain't the day. And it really hurt when you particularly said X, Y, and Z to me. And they go, well, 6 months ago you said that. So now we still ain't dealt with what I'm going through. And now I got to pick them crosses up and pick up this mini cross that you done dropped down in my lap and now deal with you. And it was in that conversation today that something truly cemented in me. It really did. One, I have to stop apologizing for being human and reminding people that I am human. Two, I have to work on reconciling with there are people who will claw and clamor to be in your life, and they don't ever want to not be in your life. But because they don't believe that they are worthy to sit at your table, they are going to do everything in their power to try to force you to believe that you must chase them. And you got to work on, like I'm learning, to walk away from the race. Do you hear what I said? Walk away from the race. It is what it is. Now, court filing backs up claims of shadow administrator at FEMA. Documents submitted as evidence in a suit against the Trump administration appear to back up allegations that officials delegated leadership of the Federal Emergency Management Agency to an outside contractor who was currently a subject of multiple ethics investigations. Well, we knew that when Ice Barbie was in charge of DHS, that FEMA falls underneath, she made some changes where somebody needed to be in the office, so to speak, 24/7, and she never was there. Who did y'all think was getting the stuff done? We know it wasn't Corey Lewandowski because he was too busy chasing his preferred snatch around. You know, Christian on the bird-legged hoe with the bimbified husband. Plaintiffs challenging the White House's various moves to downsize the federal government obtained undated messages between Karen Voorhees, a Department of Homeland Security contractor, and Karen Evans, FEMA's chief of staff. Voorhees has previously been accused of acting as an unofficial superior to Evans, a cybersecurity expert who has also served as the acting head of FEMA since December. Federal regulations generally prohibit contractors from performing inherently governmental functions such as making policy decisions, awarding contracts, or directing federal personnel. What choice were they going to have? Did we forget that we were whittled down to a skeleton crew in regards to the federal government? And isn't it funny? Isn't it funny? Now we know that Trump is very patriarchal. Okay, this administration is very patriarchal, very heavy. But it is truly a representation of the United States. And what do I mean? We are a faux patriarchy. We are. And before you got, now we're not. What they do to me? Who carries the blame? Who carries the blame? Let somebody screw up in society. They don't go, where's their father? No, where's their mother? When somebody screws something up in the country, they're not called, ain't nobody going, black men, white men, where you at? Why you ain't outside? No. What do they tell you? You should have listened to black women. Black women, where you at? Ketanji Brown Jackson, where you at? Michelle Obama. Why won't Michelle Obama run for president? That's my president. Where's Kamala? Kamala, 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 Kamala. Because the most egregious people in this current administration are women. The ones that we have found out have the most leeway and wield the most power in this administration are women. Susie Wiles came out in an 11-part interview and said, my coworkers are dumb. Donald Trump has an addictive personality. He runs around here like an addict, like an alcoholic. And Trump's like, yup, she right, yup, she right, yup, she right. What are we finding out? Pam Bondi, so egregious, a hellion. Christy Nome, what do we find out? Labor Secretary steps down. What we find out about her? Hell on we, mommy dearest, up and through this bitch. They taking them through there, taking them through there. What? And even when I posted about it, specifically on TikTok, there are so many people. Oh, they're getting rid of the whip. Did you forget Bongino who left? Musk who was kicked out? A bad employee is a bad employee. These are people who are stepping down or being pushed out because they are horrible. They should have never been in those positions to begin with. But once again, it's women. We have a shadow director of FEMA that's a woman whose chief of staff is a woman. How long until we find out how horrific they are? Which one do you want to take bets on is having an affair? Kara or Karen? Yes, both spelled with K's. Isn't it ironic? Don't you think? Which one, or do you think both of them are going to have a drinking problem? Because people are like, isn't it weird that everybody in the Trump administration this time around has a problem with alcohol? Why? Why is it weird? Are y'all not paying attention? Are your eyes not working? Are you okay, pumpkin? Huh? If you had to hold those that many lies in and make as many maneuvers as you have that could potentially end your life and your entire bloodline, I'm surprised they're not all on every drug that everybody knows about right now. RK the only safe one in the administration. Let's not forget Mr. Heron and Bathroom Booger Sugar. He loves the nightlife under the moonlight, shaking the tail feather just like he used to do. Like, yeah, like, are y'all not paying attention to this administration and what they are tasked at doing? Like, these people know that we are currently having a tete-a-tete with folks that would drop nuclear bombs on us, with folks that would bring the fight to U.S. soil. We are not prepared for it. And before military personnel, veterans and active come over here going, no, my unit would have, my credit, pump your brakes, Barney Fife. I need you to pay attention to something, okay? Go to Google Maps. Do whatever you want to do. I want you to look at the infrastructure of just where you live. I want you to think about how war actually goes. I want you to think how we would fare if we're invaded by somebody else. Because I want you to think how we set up cities. Just structurally, I want you to think about how we set up cities. Because I thought about this. I've legitimately done the math. I have gone through many scenarios. The way the United States, because the United States has gotten way too comfortable and way too egotistical, okay? The way we have designed, set up, and maintained our structures, it would be easy for somebody to wipe us out. The way we are set up, they don't even have to exhaust their military budget. I want you to really think about the landscape. I want you to think about where it's densely populated and how things are set up. And I want you to think, even if you're just a Call of Duty bro or sis, okay? I want you to think about that. Think strategically what you would do in the quickest way to eliminate it. And I want you to then bring that into reality. Exactly. Just we are sitting ducks. The way we have things, because we're all about convenience, and make it this way and make it. What do you think about how our cities are structured? If somebody brings the fight to us, we're done for. Okay, TJ. We we're done for. Our electrical grid, our water supply, the way a lot of cities are, you could literally go to one end of one street, the other end of another street, boom, and it would. We're not. We forgot that fighting on our own soil was an option. You want to know who never forgot about that? Other countries. We don't have the drills that other countries have. I want you to think about when Russia pulled up on Ukraine. I know they've been at war for a while, but I want you to remember the early days of when Russia pulled up on Ukraine and everybody was so impressed. You want to know why they were so impressed? Because you have mothers and fathers training each other in the woods. You had kids that already knew the drill and what to go do. You had grandmas that was mollywhopping mofos. We don't have that here. Okay, we got a bunch of Gravy SEAL Team Sixes that go and get all the fancy guns, but not the ammunition, that ain't never been to a range or shot their firearms once or twice in the 25 years they've owned it. They got 67 gun safes all throughout their property. They've decided, and so many people have this mentality, to disassemble their firearms and put pieces all throughout the house because they think that will keep their children from committing suicide or shooting up a school. And then there are the people who buy weaponry for decoration. I'm putting a tariff on my time talking to MAGAs and sending the bill to Trump. Me too. We don't have we quite honestly, working in education as a coach, as an educator, as a tutor, for as long as I have, one thing that I've noticed recently with newer schools, especially if it's a newly built school, our kids aren't even properly prepared for a tornado to hit, let alone if somebody started dropping bombs. Because we used to just joke about it in movies about the annoying kid where you're like, okay, get over here, hide over here. Catch me, I'm going to fry. That's how the kids are now from permissive parenting. We're toast. Have you talked to the teachers who have almost lost their lives and decided to quit the profession because parents are like, well, why won't you sacrifice your life for my little Johnny? We had a drill, and I'm glad it was just a drill, and your little Johnny wouldn't follow the protocol for an active shooter. Now, I understand that a lot of these kids are tired of drills. I remember the fire drills, okay, and the tornado drills that I had to go through when I was younger. And yeah, because we never actually, only one time did we have to actually take cover for a tornado drill because we did have a tornado coming. But in all the years that I did that, it was a headache that I've never been where the school was actually on fire, but I still followed it as a just in case because I had parents that reiterated to me that just in case it is real, you don't want to be the crispy and crackly squish mofo that's left behind. And it was explained nowadays. We done did this 67 times and there was never a shooter. I don't believe it. I'm just going to do my own thing. And then you're on a t-shirt. And then the parents, just like the Alani girl, they want to sue everybody instead of just looking in the mirror. And y'all really think that if conflict, fisticuffs, a battle came to U.S. soil, we and before you go, what fighting did we do over here? Pearl Harbor is evidence that we got our ass beat. I know y'all love to make it seem like a victorious thing. Pearl Harbor was not a victory. Pearl Harbor was us getting our ass beat. And where do we immediately take the fighting? Where do we, because we was like, oh, we can't, that can't, we can't even take this to the block. We ain't even got no friends over here on the block. Hey, none of our friends over here fight on this block now because we suburban kids. We had to take it to somebody else's block and call in our international friends in order to get a victory. We can't fight. And every time I say that, somebody in the military loves to come over and go, no, we can't fight. This is why we are generally the last ones to join in the fight. We'll talk big shit. We will posture. We'll get up in people's faces like we are a real housewife of place any city in there. And do you know who I am? And then when they like fine square up, we're like, huh? China, you got it. Japan, you got our back. England, you got it. Belgium, you got it. Like that's us. And then when they got them down, when they got them on the ropes, then we come up and we want to nuck if you buck. Then we ready to stomp the yard. We ready to yeah, we are the champions, my friend. That's us. We can't fight. And you think that if people come into our front yard, all of a sudden we about to be victorious? Victorious was a nice TV show. It is not a reality. It is not. And before you go, but we did the thing in the Revolutionary War when we was fighting on our sword. No, we wasn't. Well, no white people wasn't. Y'all was getting mollywalked from the rooter to the tutor until Britain was like, black people, hey, pimpin'. Hey, pimpin', like pimpin'. We'll give you freedom if you go whoop them up. And then y'all was like, oh, wait, whoa. Hold on. Whoa, before you say that they dip on your chip is the best, come over here and test our dip. We could give you some freedom. I mean, don't pay attention to the some part. Like, why don't you come over here and help us? And it wasn't until that y'all manipulated the black people that you got a chance to win. Same thing with the Civil War. Y'all can't fight. And if the Japanese would have sent the second wave as planned, we would all be talking Japanese. You ain't never lied, Annabelle. You ain't never lied. We love to say things and skew things and act like we're sitting here. They tell you to forget about slavery. Like that was, but we want to keep celebrating Pearl Harbor. Why? We have an unhealthy attachment to losers. Excuse me. Because the void that is whiteness is nothing but losing. Huh? What? Yeah. Because let me explain something to you. If me and you got into a fight, okay? Say we was in 10th grade in high school, right? We get into a fight. You whoop my ass, okay? You whoop my ass, okay? Fast forward 20 years. We done graduated. We done had gone on and got married, done had families. We got jobs. We got pensions and 401ks now, okay? We got retirement plans. We got vacation plans for the summer, okay? We've grown. You understand me? We got to worry about property taxes now, all right? And I see you in the grocery store. You think I'm about to be like, you should come over. I'm going to throw you a party from when you whooped my ass in 10th grade. This is the 20th anniversary of you whooping my ass. Yeah, let me get you a cake. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? But we have to reframe things like that because other than that, you would have to tell the truth and explain the void that is whiteness. And before you go, is that right that you're calling it a what? First of all, how are you going to create the names and the hierarchy for something and you choose to name yourself the void? Because to get white, what must one do? I'll help you out. You must remove everything from it. So if you remove everything from something, what is it? That's why I cackle when Christians go, oh, I almost walked into the white light, the pure white light. But I knew no, it wasn't my time, so I didn't. So you didn't go into the void. And before you go, but as you're a Christian, you should know that the light is the Lord. Who said that the light was white? And just like they say, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. You want to know what else is in the eye of the beholder, or within the actual eye? Color, the spectrum of color. Y'all didn't learn nothing from the whole dress experiment. What color is the dress? That's why it's funny. That's why it's funny. Oh, we had talked about it. They were paying money to Triple K members to get them to turn on one another, and the program that they were indicted about had already disbanded. So we talked about it in full. You can trace over to YouTube. It's at the beginning of the show. But no, we can't fight. Now we would have a chance. You want to know how we would have a chance with fighting domestically in the United States? And there's some people that are about to clutch their pearls and start punching the air. Put white women in charge of the military and put white women on the front lines. Specifically, white boy moms with their sons on the front line. Bet you we have minimal casualties and ain't nobody gonna mess with us again after they get done. Because if you want to know about some savage, no holds bars, teetering real close to the fine line of war crimes but not crossing over, put white women in charge. Put white women in charge. Before you go, well, Taz, that's bias, that's prejudice. I want you to look at white women throughout history and the lengths that they were willing to do to protect what they felt was theirs. I want you to think about historically what white women have been able to talk societies into to protect what they perceived was theirs, and how atrocious and savage things got, and how close it came to crossing the line of inhumane. We could win. Bring the fight over here. We could win. But you're gonna have to, yeah. Just make them temporary generals. Now, I wish I was joking, but I'm not. Once we conclude today's show, um, I think I will have time before class starts. I will post this on YouTube, up scroll TikTok. I'll try to put it on Instagram. We'll see. I tend to forget about Instagram. My bad, y'all. My bad. Donald John Trump said on Truth Social, where truth goes to be tortured to death. And I quote, "You can't compromise on sanity and common sense." Let me run that back for y'all, because I had to sit here for a minute. That's why I started the show a minute or two late, because when I was getting these screenshots, because I like to go over to social, um, I thought I was having another stroke. I did. He said, and I quote, "You can't compromise on sanity and common sense." So many places I could go there, but I'm gonna sit on that for a little bit. After I'm done with class tonight, I think I'm going to take a minute and then I'll expand on my thoughts regarding this and it coming from him. But he's also claiming that in an exclusive, a Breitbart exclusive, by the way, Breaking the law, expose reveals Biden White House orchestrated lawfare against Trump to rig 2024 election. Now, I bring that up to go to the nitty gritty of what he posted today. I might have to just type this out and have this go across the screen as a disclaimer or like put it in the corner of the screen when I do this show. Yes, this is real news. What I'm about to read to you is real. Okay? Okay. This is from the official, verified Truth Social account of the sitting president, Donald John Trump Sr. Okay? Oh, I'm getting to, way to go. That's what I'm about to talk about because I'm using his words. I'm quoting him. I'm not going to paraphrase this. Okay? We're starting off in all caps. Okay? The last word that is capitalized, because he always capitalizes his name, but the last word that is capitalized, I want you to keep in mind, is Virginia. So I'm going to read this. A rigged election took place last night in the great Commonwealth of Virginia. All day long, Republicans were winning. The spirit was unbelievable until the very end, when, of course, there was a massive mail in ballot drop where I have heard that before. And the Democrats eked out another crooked victory. 6-5 goes to 10-1. And yet, the presidential election in November was very close to a 50-50 split. In addition to everything else, the language on the referendum was purposefully unintelligible and deceptive. As everyone knows, I am an extraordinarily brilliant person, and even I had no idea what the hell they were talking about in the referendum, and neither do they. Let's see if the courts will fix this travesty of justice. President Donald J. Trump. Now, mind you, unfortunately, the United States has a long standing history of very confusing language when it comes to certain bills that get placed on the ballot for just the regular average citizen to vote on. Each election cycle, midterm or otherwise, we, especially people like me, spend a lot of time explaining things to people. And this is why in the messaging, it's important to tell people whether to vote yes or to vote no. This is long standing. This is long standing. Not a Trump fan at all. We're gonna just pointing some things out, okay? Um, but for him to go, well, I was confused and the language was confusing. If you felt that it was confusing, why didn't you speak out and say, hey, are y'all sure that this, that, and the other? Why didn't you send out your minions to make sure people could understand? And mail in ballots is not deceitful. Each state has their rules about when things are counted, how things are counted, etc. If everybody would like things nationalized as far as we count, instead of counting mail in ballots at the end of the night on election night, we count them as they come in. Hey, states, talk to each other and go, you know what? That's a good idea. We're going to do that in my state. Okay, everybody agree. We all going to do that in our state. Break. But every time the GOP can't get their way, specifically the MAGA faction of the GOP, Trump wants to claim it's election fraud. It's election fraud. And some people think it's laughable, like, oh, well, these things never win in court. Correct. It's not winning in court, but I'm going to tell you how it is a detriment to we the people. You have to remember how many times people haven't been able to be sworn into office or start fulfilling their duties in office because everything is entangled in court. We know that court cases can take years. If you know that you wanted a particular politician replaced because they just weren't good at their job, they may have been corrupt, I'm sorry, they may have been underqualified, whatever the case may be. So you got out, you got to the polls, you found the candidate, you voted for that candidate. Now you're wrapped up in court proceedings because of election fraud until that term is over with and you're at the election booth again. That hurts we the people. That disenfranchises us through technical legal loopholes. We have to cut it off. We have to start calling things what they are and putting our foot down. If I came to your house and sat there arguing with you, calling your sectional a folding chair, you wouldn't sit there and just go, she crazy. Anyway, no, you would go, girl, what is wrong with you? That is clearly a sectional. This is a folding chair. We know the difference. Stop. You wouldn't let me go outside and give a powerful speech convincing people that sectionals now go by the name folding chair. Why are we allowing this to happen with all of the things that directly affect us? Why are we taking these things so lightly? Why are we taking it so lightly? Why are we not pointing out that, hey, who rigged something to still take a loss? Because if I am going to skew something in my favor, I'm going to be the overwhelming winner. My friends are going to be the overwhelming winners. My family, overwhelming. Like, it would be like if I'm going to cheat at the lotto, why would I cheat and make it a 500 way split? You catch what I'm putting down? Like, if you're saying that the Democrats are cheating, how come there's always still Republican winners? And before you, some people be like, well, to throw them off the scent, evidently they're not off the scent, but it's not even like it's minor movers and shakers. These are major people that, because if we were going to, if the Democrats were going to cheat in the last couple of elections, why are the Democrats not in control of Capitol Hill? Why don't we have at least a moderate, if not a liberal, SCOTUS? Why isn't Kamala Harris the sitting president? If we have mastered the art of cheating and rigging elections, because let's not forget, the last Bush to hold the presidential office left office with an approval percentage in the mid to low 30s. It was so devastating that the next two presidential races were lost to the Democrats. It was so devastating to the factions that come together to comprise the GOP, the Grando Party, if you will, that is part of the reason why Trump was able to squeak on through and become POTUS. With that information, I want you to think, who would need to cheat? Who would need to cheat? Just looking at the order of operations and the history of things. Also, if you're going to cheat, how would your cheating result in the other person winning? Because we've watched, even in sports, when people decide to cheat, whether it's the whole team cheating, people paying off refs, people juicing up, all these other things. What would be the point of doing that? Still not winning. Hmm? And I want you to keep in mind, Bush left office with a mid to low 30% approval rating. Who would need to cheat? Now, with that, like I said, as always, when we have these things going on, I try to, within reason, tailor the news to whatever topics we may not be speaking about. Today is Wisdom Wednesdays. We're going to bring you a little bit of wisdom. Are you on a deconstruction journey? Should you be on a deconstruction journey? I'm gonna say yes. You probably should. If you ever felt like you were teetering close to me cussing you out, you need to be on a deconstruction. I did a little bit, maybe if you turn your head to the side. But that being said, hailing from Eager is the one, it's the only Vix. How.
Hey, hey, thanks for having me on.
Yes, my pleasure, my pleasure, my pleasure.
So
Now
excited.
I am aware of what eager is. Would you mind explaining to the good people listening and watching what eager is?
Absolutely. EAGER stands for European Americans Growing, Engaging, and Reconditioning. We are funding and promoting anti racism education while deconstructing white supremacy and forming a proactive, pro humanity community.
And through
That's what we
that,
are.
there is a collection of educators that eager works with. I may
Absolutely.
go on to.
You're one of our foundational educators.
You know.
Yeah. Yeah, we have about a
um,
hundred different educators that do a myriad of different things, from history to abolition work, and we try to uplift someone every week, send them a little cash, send them a little attention on social media, and hopefully it helps what they're doing.
Now, people can sit down, they can take classes, they can be involved in open discussions, but everybody learns and has different comfort levels. Some people, and I don't, for those listening and watching, if you're thinking about beginning your deconstruction journey, or if you put a pause in it, put a pin in it, and you're coming back, I don't want you to think that you have to jump into a class environment. Some people are a little hesitant until they get a little bit more education under their belt because they want to feel like they can follow different conversations. But there are ways that people can start their journey through social media, through Eager. And where are the places that they can find Eager? And I know that some of what's offered varies per social media platform. If you could explain that to the
Yeah,
people as well.
for sure. We are on most social media platforms. The three that we're mostly on is TikTok, um, Facebook, and Instagram. Um, but we're on other platforms too. We just don't get to it as often. But the best place to start is in our Signal chat. Um, you come in, you're greeted by everyone, and you get to witness conversations in deconstructing. So, you know, let's say a news story come across, and there's feelings about it, people can talk about it, talk about the systems that it's attached to, those kind of things, and then we'll talk about educators that have discussed that topic, or that have expertise in that field or whatever, and we can recommend those things at that time. And you can do those things on your own. We also have classes that we schedule together, and we'll do classes together, crowdfunding the funds for that, so that everybody can come whether they can afford it or not.
And oh, Eager's also on Substack.
Oh yeah, we're on Substack under 60K and below. Thank you, I forgot about that.
Yeah, because I know some people like are gun ho. They love Substack, which I understand.
Substack's a really great place to look and see if eager is something you want to be involved in. It really dives deep into the work that we're doing and the thought process behind it, and it's a really great place to start.
Oh, and Eager does do lives. There is a question as to when you do your lives,
Whenever I can.
and it is a good
I
place to find me. If I'm not in the comment section, I'm in the box, and I
That's
must say
true.
I'm a hoot.
Usually it's Tuesdays or Wednesdays, typically. Um, this is the live today. Uh,
Yeah.
I have my hands in many things, as you know. So it makes it difficult sometimes for me to get two lives.
Yeah.
Hopefully, we'll
Oh,
get to
Nana
a
J,
point where other people are doing them.
they're usually earlier in the day. If Eager goes live, it's generally before the Taz effect would start because usually I've popped in
Yeah.
there. It's generally if we have a meeting, it'll be sometime after the meeting before this show starts because by the evening, there are a lot of discussion groups, a lot of classes that are in full swing. That
Yep. 2:30, 3:30, somewhere around in there
yeah,
sometimes.
so that's we're in and out.
I
And
do
it's,
need to get a little more scheduled with that, I will say.
I am.
That way I don't have
We
to.
used to have a dedicated time, and then uh,
3:30 was our time.
then Kakai went on tour. Yeah, it
Yeah,
broke.
like I said, I have a lot of my hands in a lot of things.
Yeah,
I
and
enjoy
then
it.
there was that period of time where I think I was breaking a lot of white ladies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. You was hurting their feelings a lot. White ladies have delicate feelings, you know. They're used to being coddled and
I'm still tickled
uh
by the one lady that faked a whole stroke. I can't talk to
oh,
you. I'm having a stroke. 20 minutes later, she's doing a whole line dance live on TikTok. Ma'am.
ma'am is right. My goodness.
You mad because I said you the reason why your daughter won't let you see grandkids. I'm not racist. You refer to your
But she
grandkids
was though.
so you called them mulatto, and I said that's a no.
Right. And instead of going, I didn't realize that that was offensive.
Oh,
Thanks. And moving the on.
uh, I was waiting for her to pull a brownie for my brownie. I was waiting for that to pop out. I really was like. I was
Oh my goodness. She was something else.
Then there was one lady that went out would have to go out to her garage. You remember her because her husband was so racist. She would have to go out to her garage to pop in to ask questions. And I'm so goofy.
Yeah.
I'll go go get him. Go get him. Put
He
him on
needed to
camera.
be in that discussion. He needed to
I
be
want
in that discussion.
go get him.
Yeah.
And one lady, she really did. The one lady, really did move to Mexico, and she's still in Mexico. I go and peep in at her from time to time. I don't think she can come back from Mexico because I
She didn't she go she's undocumented.
very much so. That's why I said I don't think she can come back. I think through all her posturing, I think she accidentally lost her paperwork because she does not seem happy.
Yeah, because I could swear she said that she was undocumented down there because she lost her passport. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
because
remember that.
she was talking all that schmack, and
Yeah, we usually do.
she can't get back in. And she's like, I feel like you can help me.
Oh,
I
is
was
that
like,
your
look,
job?
I could. Woo, baby, listen. No, you know what I did tell her? Those of us down at the First Baptist Church, we'll put on a fish fry for you. But we got a rule: if you're not here on the premises, we can't give you the money because we don't do those newfangled things, honey. And we don't even really like to write checks. So we still use Confederate bills because those are the bills ordained by Sky Daddy. And if y'all think I just do that voice here on the air, no, I do it in meetings too.
Yes.
we
And
have a
other voices.
Yeah, we have a whole recording of I also do it in class. These are very good techniques for me getting my point across, especially when what was it when I went through the different constitutional conventions of the states. Yes,
Oh,
and
yeah.
state sounds differently, and that is how I teach it. Okay.
I like your when you're reading the history books and you give each of the characters different name or different voices.
Yeah. Okay. Full disclosure, y'all. We're all family here. We're all fam in the club. Um, when I'm reading online, in my mind, you all are my children. I'm tucking into bed. And I'm not saying like children, like I'm above you, I'm over. No. Like when I used to read to my kids to get them to go to sleep. Because they're like me. I'd have to like really motivate and entertain their little brains for them to, drift off to sleep. So yeah, I make the voices and stuff because I'm reading to
Very
you.
cute.
So yes, because I like y'all. And I will share all of my snack minus my Reese cups. I got to point that out because every day somebody's like, you would share a Reese cup with no. Like I love
Taz
my dear
sharing
friend.
Reese cups.
Love my dear friend Courtney down. Okay. Love her, love her, love her. We did a whole road trip together. I didn't give her a Reese cup.
Mm, she didn't get a Reese cup.
No, I brought other snacks.
She's
Had
so cute. I just love her.
multiple bags of snacks.
That doesn't surprise me in the least. Did someone just hand you a cup?
That's my same cup. It's
Ah,
just
it's
there's a
cute.
table over here too. Thank you. There's a
Wait, did you
table.
get a new did you get a new thing on your straw?
No, that's on this one.
Oh, okay. All right. I
Are
can't
there
keep
is
up with your
there
cups.
something on both sides? Yes. Yes. Because there's two different things.
Staff.
Now, for those in the northern Ohio.
Yes, Northeast Ohio.
In Northeast Ohio. Um, you want to get educated? You want to deconstruct?
Do you want to just hang out with Taz?
That too, but not touching. Not touching, please.
No touchy.
No touching.
I made sure of that.
Not touching. We have to put that disclaimer after one such incident. No,
Nobody's picking you up.
don't pick
Nobody's
me up. Don't
no
try to
scooter
kidnap
rides.
me. Um, I I have been made to promise I will not get on a bike with you or a scooter. Don't bring your horses because I'm not going
No
horseback riding
balloons.
yet. Nope, no balloons. I'm not allowed to take any open snacks from y'all.
And the snacks that are unopened have to be inspected first.
Yes. And no but if you like a rockin' good time, get educated and meet with the people on the horizon, Vic.
On June 5th through the 7th, we're going to have a grassroots anti-racism conference in Orville, Ohio, and I'm super excited about it. Taz is our opener, which is fantastic. She will be speaking on Friday. Saturday, Kokai no Secure or Royal Star Mastery or Distribute the Medicine on TikTok will be the second lineup on Saturday. He will speak. And then on Sunday is Desiree B. Stevens. She'll be speaking. We're super excited to have all of you come to my hometown where it
And
all
it's
began.
gonna be a rocking good time because the three of us that will be doing the keynote speak, we're all foundational educators for Eager, but I am the baby of the bunch, and by baby, I'm talking about we're all born in the same month. Okay, um, Kakai first, then Desiree because she was last weekend, and then me, and it shows.
It does.
Oh, and DJ, no balloons. Oh, you don't. You oh, we didn't tell you. Okay. See what happened was DJ. Once upon a time, I almost got carried away by some balloons, and we learned that there's a certain number of balloons that will cause an up moment for me, and we don't. want that to happen again. And if the wind picks up and I have balloons or an umbrella, we have the same type of moment that happens. So there are a lot of rules regarding me. Everybody
We want to
else
keep you safe.
is just like, oh, we have security and don't, and at this point, be back at wherever you're staying.
No
Me,
rules.
I've gotten 4 emails with rules about what I can do, I can't do. I've been told that that weekend, even though normally everybody's friend shaped, no, they are not. Um,
Not over here, honey. This is Sundown County.
yeah.
So
Now,
it,
are there people who believe that me showing up, some people may change their mind? Yes, but those are the
yes.
people who were around me and have heard about my encounters with card carrying members of the Triple K. Because, and this is how the saying came, it's me. Because there's no other way to explain it. It's, I
Yeah,
don't
it's
know,
just you.
I get away with stuff. But yeah, I have,
It's it's
yeah.
also also Eager's second birthday or anniversary, however you want to put it down. On the 7th is our second year anniversary of Pay Your Pro Humanity Educator Day, which is how Eager started. So, which is exciting.
Which
I'm glad
was
we get to.
when when that started, not gonna lie, it was Courtney, because Courtney was like, "Hey," she texted me, "I need to call you because I need to explain something to you because you gonna cry." And I'm like, "Why would you? Are we breaking up as friends? Like,
No,
don't." And I was, what you mean? She's like, "No, what you mean? I'm gonna cry. You gonna cry, but I need to call you." Okay, they called me, and did I let the phone ring to the very last moment? Yes, because I
of
was
course you
scared.
did.
So I picked up, and yeah, yeah.
You thought you
She's
were in
like,
trouble.
"I need all your contact information." What I do? I started thinking, what the hell did I do? Did I break the law? Like I'm going through like, what shenanigans did I do? Um, she's like, no, 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 no. We've got this organization, and we're gonna do this, that, and the other, and they want to pay you. I said, they do. They know my teaching style and the jokes I have about white people, right? She said, yeah.
We want to pay
They,
you to do that.
yeah. I was like, they know I'm not white, right? She said, yeah. She's like, they like you a lot. And then I started crying. And she's like, see, I told you that's why I had to call you.
Yeah,
Okay.
you've been a real help in a lot of our journey in deconstructing white supremacy, just in the history that you expose us to alone. I mean, let's not even talk about the pop culture and running down through how everything's racist and also uh, nothing is serious.
Oh yeah. Well, eager has not always been called eager. There was like a
Mm,
precursor. Um, and I remember, like, saw the video, saw my face up there, and I was like, oh, these people don't know who I am. It'll be fine. And I got a notification. It's like, oh, $5. And I was like, oh, that's nice. Ooh, I'm gonna go to, and this was my thought. This is how simple I am. Oh, I'm about to walk this store. I'm about to get me some Reese cups. I was on cloud nine just from that. Okay. Could have stopped at $5. I was like, oh, I get some Reese cups. Because it's me. As I'm walking to the store, beep, 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 I start crying again. So then I have to call Courtney because I'm like, I'm crying. I don't know who else gonna understand it. I'm sitting here crying. And she's like, do not spend all of that buying Reese cups. You are an adult. I'm in the
that's why
parking
you
lot.
should be able to buy Reese cups.
In the parking lot of the store, I instantly stopped crying. Are we sure I'm an adult? And are we sure I'm not gonna spend all this on Reese cups? I didn't, only because I went to the corner store and they only had like 6 Reese cups left. Um, I might be the reason for that. I cannot confirm or deny that. I was going to. Oh, DJ, for the birthday celebration, it's on Friday. Birthday's on Friday. There's you never know who might pop up. It might be somebody that's here today, might be somebody here was yesterday, might be somebody who was here last week. You don't know. You because you mhm. Now, to be a member of EGA, what do the people need to know?
Well, to be a member of Eager is it's pretty simple. We have requests, but like we don't kick you out if you don't. Um, we like for folks to spend $10 a month um, just to invest in Eager and what we're doing, and to commit to $25 a month for the educators. Um, but we know some people can't afford that kind of thing, and that's okay. We just would like for them to help us share the educators' stuff, on social media. And you can go to our website to join. There's a form to fill out, basically, to join. And you can come in our signal chat and hang out with us. We've got a bunch of different signal chats that you can be a part of. There's just like the landing one where everybody comes in and kind of gets greeted by everybody, and then you can choose like different paths of deconstruction. So you can be in our spirituality chat, you can be in our politics chat, you can be in the book club chat. You just get to choose. There's a bulletin board that has the list of different classes that are going on, the different chats, some other resources, some breakdown of white supremacy. It's a it's a great resource too. You can find that on our website.
And the website is joineager.com. If you're in the Discord, I have posted that in the general chat because y'all nasty. And yes, I did add a licky boom boom section to the Discord because y'all are
Good
truly
Lord.
heathens. And I love y'all, but you're heathens. You are. You know you are. We still love you. We accept you. We only judge you on Saturdays while we sit on the porch of no judgment. The irony with that, and no, I did
The
not
irony.
name that. The angry IT nerd named that.
If
Oh,
people are on Facebook, we have a Facebook group too that has about 500 folks in there, and we discuss different things. So you're
and
welcome to come in
Sweetheart
there.
just added, we have that weekly check-in to every Sunday.
Yes, we have a weekly check-in, 6 p.m. Eastern on Sundays. It's open to anybody. Anybody who needs somebody to talk to, want some deconstruction, or you just need to like get some stuff off your chest. That's the place to go.
Yes, and for full disclosure, I am not there on Sundays. I got I can't keep track of where I am on Sunday. Oh,
We can't keep track of you either.
I'm usually in timeout by Sunday. That is.
We've started doing a local one here in my greenhouse now at the same time. So we get on Zoom with those folks that are online, and then we're having a little paint and puff or something going on the side at my house on Sundays.
Yes. Now, depending on through this broadcast, if anyone joins from the Chicagoland area, if at least 10 people join, I will pick a location and I will meet up with you hooligans.
That's a great deal.
And also do
No
keep in mind
scooters.
that through membership with Eager for specifically, the last time I said this, I don't know what y'all heard. Specifically, my classes and my open discussions, you do receive a discount through membership with Eager. So that is an incentive. And it's a rocking good time in my classes. I'm not traditional at all. I'm a nutcase. Okay. And I get a kick out of history. I really do. Vix can tell I do get a kick out of history.
You make it a lot of fun to learn
I
history.
no, I do still have a beef with New York. Now, Virginia, my beef with you is gone down a little bit because y'all did vote properly yesterday. Still got beef with y'all. Historic beef. Actually, my beef is more with y'all militia. It is really with y'all militia. So if you want to just hand over the militia and let me cuss them out real good one time, we could be even. And I would say give me some snacks, but I don't really know what snacks y'all were known for in Virginia. I feel like y'all would like have beef jerky raccoon or something that y'all would be eating in Virginia. I
Ew.
watch. Here comes way to go going down. Don't take it back my state like that. Well, what do y'all do? Okay, because I feel like y'all just chase each other around in a circle. And yes, that is from my historic beef. Peanuts. That's it. That is the snack of Virginia peanuts. And I know you're not
Are they
talking about
boiled?
like. Wait a minute. Is Virginia where they like the peanuts in the Coca-Cola or the
Coca
Pepsi?
Cola? Or are they just boiled with hot sauce or something?
Like,
Oh,
ham.
ham.
I
Okay, I'm
can't do
done.
that. It makes my
I'm
stomach.
out.
And if anybody, if you know this, somebody explain turkey ham to me because something seems very wrong with that. I don't really know. I'm in Chicagoland. I like boiled peanuts. I don't mind boiled peanuts. Um, what was it? There was a lady. She used to boil peanuts, but then she would boil the peanuts separately, but then she made like this trail mix that was really good with the boiled peanuts.
Trail mix with
But she
boiled
also dusted the
peanuts.
peanuts after she boiled them with essentially freeze dried gummies. So I don't know if I was just high or if the trail mix was really good. I don't know.
Sounds like somebody was.
Storm, you're in Chicagoland. Hey, come on. I'm not nuts about peanuts. I'm not big on peanuts, but Virginia, that's what y'all. Now I understand why people in Virginia are always a touch cranky. I make my own in the pressure. I'm terrified of pressure cookers.
What?
I am terrified of because I've seen so many. Okay, I went down a rabbit hole, and the catastrophes and near misses that have happened because of pressure cookers. I am. No. And then the way my brain works, I'm like, that is the ideal way to commit a murder and get away with it. And now watch, because since I said that, the next time somebody lose their life using a pressure cooker, I'm gonna be the prime suspect.
Yeah, you'll have a bunch of people messaging you. Did you see that guy got killed by the pressure cooker?
Right. And when I see the pictures of people with pressure cookers, I don't. Hey, just for some people, you don't even have to rig the pressure cooker. You just got to put them in the pressure cooker in the kitchen.
Mm.
Natural selection will take its course. Like we really have to reconcile with the fact that society is not as smart as we would love them to believe that they are. Okay, because I can't tell y'all the amount of people I have offered like a free session, especially to come to an open discussion. And the people that come and like, I'm gonna stick it to her. Shit, I know what I'm doing. I'm smart as hell. I'll say two words. What's that mean? She making up words. I'm leaving. Okay. Or the people, I love the people who pay to get into the class or the open discussion and go, oh, I can't troll her here. No. And leave. They never ask for a refund. I
Remember
mean, I'm
that
going,
one lady that came in for like 10 minutes and never said a word and then just dipped?
she was so mad. She did send me a lengthy email. I didn't read it. I read like the first line and was like, I know where this is going. I didn't read it.
A white lady feeling disenfranchised. God, I can only imagine.
I was like the topics, and here's the thing: the topics for our open discussions, I generally pull from the news of the day or what is being heavily talked about on social media that people may be getting incorrect because they don't know the history behind. So I try to, bridge the gap. And I'm out of the three of us for the conference, I'm that bridge. I'm like, they are very technical and very great. And I'm like, yeah, let's button this up. Let's connect it together. Let's have a party.
Mm,
I hold the raves of history, but connecting it between the history of the past and the history that unfolds in front of our face. And sometimes people don't know. Like leading up to all of the No Kings protests, and the people they're like, well, this is a great idea that was done in 1872, and only thing that resulted is a bunch of people died. So let's not do that again. Well,
yeah,
maybe
let's not do that.
and I'm like, yeah, they tried that in 1986 and everybody just went to jail and we didn't go any further. Or maybe we should do that. You ever heard of Tiananmen Square? How about no?
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm a party pooper at protest party gatherings. They're like, why don't we? No. Well, I'm gonna go in this
I,
costume. Please don't. Do
I
not make
really
this.
don't understand the Saturdays. Like, why are we doing this on a Saturday?
I don't either. And for the love of all things holy, people, I know what you're trying to do in regards to the costumes and that form of protest, but you all are not good at it. And the number one thing when it comes to protesting, do not make yourself easily identifiable.
Right. But that lets you know that they're not intending to disrupt.
Mm-hmm. And it's like you're making yourself identifiable. Number one. Number two, I'm gonna need y'all to stop recording every bit of being at a protest. How do you even have time? And why are you getting glammed up to go to a what? Y'all are
I went
y'all
to
okay?
one. I went to one and this lady had on this whole like red dress get up with high heels and everything. I'm like, what did you think this was? What do you think this is? What do you think we're doing? It's not like get a date night or something. Like,
There was one person I met strictly online. Never talked to this person over the phone, never exchanged a text message or DM. Somebody was live, we were both added up into like right when you could have panels at that point in time when everybody's trying to figure it out. And this person was like, yeah, I've got all these pictures of myself with protest. Do you? And I was like, no. Like when I'm physically at protest, but I've been doing this for a while, my thought process is my phone being in a place that in case I am arrested, in case I am injured, in case I'm away from the people that I came with, it's someplace that I know that it is. I can get to, my point people of assistance. Other than that, I'm generally a point person. And they're like, oh, well, no pictures. It didn't happen. Are you five?
this is not Disneyland.
I'm like, I'm not thinking about taking pictures. I was like, not to mention, if I were to post them, there's no telling how many people I could potentially put into harm's way.
I
And
don't
I
know that
think,
it was ever serious because they've
yeah.
always done them on Saturdays. Like, what are
Mhm.
you disrupting on Saturday?
And also, regardless if you're at a protest or not, I want to put something in people's minds because I think too many people have forgotten about this because of how commonplace social media is now and sharing of information is. One, witness protection is still a thing. Two, people are actively escaping domestic abuse every second of every day. Please be mindful when you're photographing and videoing yourself and others in public. I know people joke around, and I try to tease also when I'm out and about, and people are like, oh, you're always so cropped into yourself. I do not want to accidentally put somebody in jeopardy. I've been that person when trying to escape a situation. Somebody caught me in a picture and that person was able to hone in on where that picture was taken and try to figure out where I was in proximity to there. Please do not do that. Be mindful. Your content, if you alone and your content is not enough to sell your content, reevaluate your platform. And I'm not trying to be mean, I'm being serious. If your content only flourishes because other people are in it and they haven't even consented to being in it, reevaluate what you're doing. Reevaluate what you're doing.
Yeah.
Alrighty, Mrs. Laus, thanks for joining us as long as you were able to. But yeah, keep that in mind. Also learning is y'all are y'all are oh my god, I forgot about the Reese's in the box when they used to come in the box, which was easy. I'm not I actually I would wear a Reese's onesie.
Mm,
I would definitely wear a Reese's one. You know what? I should make a Reese's themed uh beret for Igor the skeleton. Y'all done I gotta stop looking at the Discord when I'm live because y'all were not well. But learning is not difficult. There's no age cap on learning. Do not feel ashamed. Do not um, should you decide to join, or if you want to poke around and like in college audit a few classes before officially joining. Okay, do it in your own time, but don't feel ashamed because you don't know something going in. Think of your deconstructing as starting first grade all over again.
mm-hmm.
You had excitement going into first grade because you didn't know what you didn't know, but you
Right.
were there and okay to learn. Right now, you don't know what you don't know. And a lot of you, I think, will be shocked, pleasantly shocked, to know you may not be as indoctrinated as you thought you were. Heck, the fact that you come and hang out with me every day, probably not as indoctrinated as you thought you were, because we ain't had no hit dogs in a while. I mean, there was that one time we broke the Ejectocito Cuz record, but since then it's been pretty much smooth sailing. You know, so if
Mm-hmm.
I had to cuss you out, you look at you. You're already winning. Unlearning everything we've been taught since birth. Yeah. And some people, let's be real, because I know we all believe that everybody has been taught and indoctrinated since birth. Some people weren't. Some people weren't. You have to reconcile with the fact that some people were not raised in toxic environments. They chose toxicity as an adult. And now they have to unlearn what they taught themselves. There are some people that their indoctrination didn't start until they got to school or till middle school or till high school or till they got into gaming. Everybody doesn't have that much to deconstruct from. There's levels to it. Some
Mm-hmm.
people have a 5 layer parfait. Some people have a 2 layer parfait. Like we all have layers and things to unlearn, but not everybody was indoctrinated from birth, and that's something that is a part of the conversation to have.
Mm-hmm.
It is good to go in with the thought of, you know what, this is what I've been taught my whole life. Because when you go through your journey, you'll start to realize, wait a minute, I remember when I first heard this, I was 10. So what was going on before then? Who came into my life then? And it will also help you to know who to whittle down and how people have been able to weasel into your life and the life of those around you with such ease. Because you'll find out that, oh, that family friend that's been around since 20 is the one that brought the problematic behavior and rhetoric into the household. And you can see how slick some people are. Because I want y'all to think about something. No one makes a big deal about the national anthem when it comes to Capitol Hill. There is not a big televised ceremony of people standing up, pledging allegiance, and the national anthem playing, and everybody up with their hand over their heart. But there are people who would be ready to throw hands with you because you don't want to stand up at a hockey game because the national anthem is playing. And many of you don't even realize that you are older than that practice. Another little nugget is for free. There are a lot of you all that are still sticking to the adage that pink is for girls and blue is for boys. And yes, I know the irony of this coming from me, given that my favorite color is pink. But I chose my favorite color before I realized people was doing this. And once again, I'm older than that adage being a thing. Yes, it became a marketing tool in the 1980s. Because before that, want to know what the color of all children was? White. You want to know what the clothing choices were for all children? Baptismal cloaks, essentially dresses. Everybody was in a dress till it was time to go to school. Okay, they was not buying separate clothes for nobody. Everybody had bare legs and diapers, and cloth diapers at that. And they were white so that they could be bleached, because we know babies
Yep.
and blow.
Yep.
So I need y'all to keep in mind a lot of things that you need to separate from. You haven't been taught your whole life because they didn't even exist your whole life. It was just real slick how it was woven in and made to feel like it's always been the rule. It's always been the case. No. No, that's why I
Right.
chuckled when the rapper Cameron started wearing pink. And people were like, oh, this is so brave. This is so forward of him. He's just reliving his childhood when we didn't, it was just a color. You just put it on because you know that, that, that's it. Like y'all
Right.
didn't care when women was wearing blue, and I would say y'all didn't care when women wear pants, but some of y'all grandmas and grandpas was throwing real live fits over some ladies in some trousers, which I never understood because if you were trying to stop, your whole argument is that you were trying to stop women and femme presenting individuals from being floozies. Being locked into some pants will make you not be a floozy. It's easier to lift a skirt up and be like, hey, you want to go walking after midnight? Then try to do something in some pants. You ever tried to do the Uchi Coochie Wally La La with some pants on? Especially when you're not supposed to. You're
Oh,
supposed
good
to.
Lord.
Yes, and yeah. And here's the thing, I could not stand wearing saddle shoes every time my mom would go and get them. And I did not know that that was like a big thing in the United States until we crisscrossed over here. And I was like, oh, but by that time I was in high school and she's like, oh, you can pick shoes. And I didn't know what shoes to pick. Okay. I really thought that when you went to go school shopping, you went to one because we always went to one store for like school clothes and then another store for all the other clothes. So I thought, you just got one option. So I didn't know. But now I want saddle shoes because I realized this whole time, instead of my mama buying me the black and white ones, she could have been getting me pink and white ones. She better be glad she did. I should go dig her up. Should dig her up and shake her. I should. Hey, British Museum. I got an idea for you, British Museum. You want a new exhibit? I got an idea. let me stop. Because every time I shout out a museum, I get an email from them. You had an idea? Well, I might be really mad at my mom again next week. So I might. How much? And for those y'all think that I'm joking, I come from a family that once sold a family member to medical research, and they were almost 100 years old when this happened. And I just sat there on Christmas Eve getting this information. Like, are you shitting me? What research they doing on her body? They paid you how much? I instantly started looking at my mother and grandmother like, still sneezing? Yeah, this is why Vic tells me every day, don't do white people shit today.
Yeah, right. Somebody's got to tell you.
Tess, don't tell everybody the secret of those summer dresses. Look, when I found out the secret of the summer dresses, I was traumatized. Okay, I just like to get like the flowy summer dresses, even now at my big old age. for one reason and one reason alone. I don't even have to leave the house. I don't have to get dressed up. Okay, I just like to twist and go swoosh, swoosh, swoosh. Because those dresses, like the way they turn and like wrap around you for a minute, feels like a hug. And I will literally sit there and like do the twist and let it just twist, and then it makes like that swoosh, swoosh. That's all I want. This, and then people was like, "Well, they just be hiking it up, doing what?" Oh no. For like 5 years, I refused to wear a long dress like that because I don't want people to think that is the only reason I would. And I remember one time my dad busted me. We had a full mirror at the end of the hallway, like when my parents their door opened up and could see all the way down the hallway. I was in that mirror just a swooping away. I thought my parents were gone, like running, doing their Saturday errands. They weren't. They weren't. My brother had gone around to the back of the house and like knocked on their window and told them like she's doing it again. We told y'all, open your door. You'll see. And the way my brothers had described it to my parents, my dad was like, "Yeah, we thought you had a drug problem." Thought I was in a
Oh,
mirror.
good Lord.
My dad was like, when they said mirror stuff, we thought like you took your mom's hand mirror and was doing stuff. And I was like, doing what stuff? And my dad was like, shoot, I forgot I was talking to you. We're not opening that Pandora's box. Just we're glad you're doing this in the mirror. Just keep doing this in the mirror. Like then I learned what people were doing with Book of Sugar and mirrors.
Mm.
I went back to
Oh,
you thought I was
they
doing
went.
that on my allowance. You thought that I was able to buy that, and where did you think I was gonna find it at? And he was like, I did think about that. He was like, I don't think drug dealers were hanging out at the library. I don't know where I thought you was going to get it from and how you were going to pay for it.
Yeah, no doubt.
And I was like, do you know what I was buying with my allowance? He was like, I do. He was like, because you were conning your grandparents into buying your books, your other grandparents and your aunts into buying your art supplies, and us into buying your snacks. Like, so do you know what I was buying? He was like, more snacks, because we told you you had to share the snacks we were buying. Oh, well, you
No,
do know what I was buying.
goodness gracious.
Hey, $20 went a long way in the 90s.
It sure did.
Not so much
It
now.
sure
And
did.
$20 in the 90s, oh, baby, I thought I was rich. When the 99 center was 99 cents, we still had 99 centers, the true dollar store. Yeah, those were the days.
Those were the days. It's been so long ago now. I just paid almost $4 for gas.
Yeah, because I remember as I'm sitting here looking at the candy, a store named Docs that would have
Yes.
3, 5, $7 sales. Like you could go in and get a shirt for $3, a bottom for $5, some shoes for $7. Like you could go get a whole outfit. Like
Those were the
that
days.
come
Or like
back. 'Cause
Five Below.
yes, and
I think
I'm
they're
like,
still around though.
please, we still? Okay, I know there's one near the one. Actually, there's one near both of the Chili's locations that we go to. We went to one Chili's location. It was the blackest Chili's I've ever been to in my life. I mean, all of the
Mm.
staff was black. Everybody in there was black. But I was like, when we came in, I ain't see no black people when we was driving up, and wasn't no black people in none of the other stores. Where all these black people come from? Like, are they cooking black people in the back and bringing them out?
Oh Lord.
Where they? And then I ordered because I have to have the blackberry iced tea, and I was like, oh yeah, this is a black establishment. Why does this taste like diabetes, sir? Can I have some water? And yes, I'm about to do white people shit. I'm about to mix half of this with this water. Don't judge me. Turn your back. Don't watch me. Cass is very food motivated. Yes,
Yeah.
I
Very.
yes. My number one rule is because I forget who it was that was like, "Oh, do you mind if we snack or eat during class?" I encourage it. I bring snack like for face to face classes. That's how I ended up with the snack bag. I legitimately bring snacks. People are less
Yes,
cranky when you give them something to eat.
it's true.
And you're
Very
like, oh,
true.
for the conference, we will be feeding you all.
Oh yeah, you get food. You get
And per
food for
my
sure.
suggestion, when soon as you walk in, we're feeding you. Now
That's
it may
right.
be like, oh, Taz is so benevolent. No, Taz is hungry. If I gotta talk to y'all all day, I want food. And so we're gonna start off eating. And I would suggest that I don't mind talking to you during a meal. I would say wait until lunch. Because in the morning, I may bite your finger.
Don't try to get it off her plate either, because she may stab you with a fork.
Because I may or may not put my glasses on until after I eat. And your fingers might look like some turkey sausage. I don't know.
We don't know.
It might go down that way. Don't.
So there's two different organizations. We have fiscal sponsors because Eager is not a nonprofit. It's just a group of folks that got together and decided to do some stuff, you know. Um, Two of the nonprofits are taking our contributions to help with the conference. One is Ohio Families Unite Against Police Brutality. I've been working with them for a very long time. Great group of people, very supportive of the work that Eager's doing, very supportive of the educators that we've um, been lucky enough to come across on social media. The other one is Desiree's nonprofit,
Mhm.
the Selenite and Sage Homestead. And so you send your contributions to either one of those. They're on our website, so you don't have to look around. Um, and then they'll let us know that you sent in your contribution, fill out the form telling us that you're coming. Um, and that's it.
And yes, I can be bribed with snacks.
Hmm.
Okay, Inferno, where did you find the Reese's Cup family of plushies? Let's not forget, I have French fry plushies. Why? I don't know.
Sounds
I'm
like a
a.
task thing.
Let's not forget, I have the shrimp duck.
I did not know you had that. This is new to me.
Yes. Oh,
Very
because you had
cute.
your event at the same time we had the last class,
Yes.
and the
That's
okay,
when
this is
they
gonna
were
sound,
introduced,
if you
apparently.
have never taken a history class from me, this is gonna sound really weird. Those that have taken a history class from me, this is gonna be like, okay. So I was explaining yet another massacre slash riot, and the Shruk was the police.
This sounds right.
I just ate grilled cheese and tomato soup. I'm happy, of course, Jess, of course.
I like grilled cheese.
I had grilled cheese with beefsteak tomatoes in the middle. Like, okay, provolone, mozzarella, beefsteak tomato, pepper jack, Gouda, melted.
It goes whatever vegan cheese was cheapest that week and bread.
I've done that minus the Gouda. Gouda is really good and stuff.
I like the smoked Gouda vegan cheese. It's pretty good.
Now, I did once accidentally make vegan mozzarella cheese because I was trying to learn how to make it. Um, Before y'all go, how'd you make vegan mozzarella cheese? Um, Not paying attention because everything was not in its original container. Um, grabbed oat milk, which it turned out fine. It turned out fine. I was used to the process taking a certain amount of time, and it took a little bit longer. And I was like, how did I mess this up? And then when I got to the end and looked and actually read the label on the container, oh, that's oat milk.
Oop.
But it did have a better melt on it using that. Reese's. Okay, so that's at Chocolate World. Okay. I have to check to see if the Hershey store is still here. I have not been to the Hershey store in Chicago in well over a decade. Yeah, it's been about 15 years. Um, from the very, very, very first time I came up here to celebrate my 30th birthday with a group of friends. Now, I don't know why they thought I was going to go to the top of a building with a glass floor and take pictures with them. I don't know who thought I was going to do that. I said that I would walk to the building with them. But we stopped at the Hershey store because it was freezing that weekend. And I got a hot chocolate. You want to know what I did not think about? The hot chocolate not being a beverage and literally being hot chocolate. When I tell you that stuff was bubbling in my stomach, y'all know how I feel about the ground and being dirty. While everybody except for two people went up this elevator to go take pictures of the glass floored top of this building, I was literally on the floor, laid out in the lobby of a building. I felt so
Oh
crappy.
no.
We know that
Oh
does not.
no.
I,
Mm-mm. Not on the floor.
and I was like, "You're gonna have to call my dad to come get me." Was my dad anywhere near Chicago? No. Now, fortunately, an uncle of mine wasn't far, and he came in. He thought everybody was exaggerating, and I remember hearing him going, "Oh shit, is she dead? I am not. I'm not. I'm alive, sir. I am living."
I'm still alive. I,
Right.
I, I'm still alive.
But he was like, "You're touching the floor, a public floor." I'm aware, but I can't move. And he's like, "Did your leg go out?" No, my organs went out. And I told him, it's like, I got a hot chocolate from the Hershey store. He was like, "You do know that that's just heated up melted chocolate." I know that now. And
That's a
mind you, I
lie.
had this on top of like a Chipotle veggie bowl with extra sour cream. So hot chocolate hitting that was, oh, it was
No
all bad.
thanks.
It was,
Mm-mm.
yeah. I was like, oh, choices were made. Choices, choices. Hey, look, that was a better decision than. Wait, I just realized something. Hey, it's been 6 months, and I have been able to talk to all the people from all the countries. There
Wow.
was that one time where I was not allowed to ask Ghana any questions, and for a brief period of time, people in the UK, and then the Sudanese for about 3 weeks. Samoa put me on punishment for like a month and a half. And look, Samoa, that wasn't really my fault. I didn't know that y'all had beef with The Rock at that time. Okay. I was asking because I had beef with The Rock and I thought y'all had inside information that you could share with me. But my bad. And Ghana, again, in my defense, y'all named the tree what you named the tree. Y'all said that the founder of Kumasi sat under a tree and it came upon him. So
Oh Lord. Here we
I
go.
asked, and Virginia, stop stealing everybody else's historic records. I'm tired of going to you to find out information on Mississippi, South Carolina, California, West Virginia, Ohio, Nebraska. Get the people back their stuff. Virginia, you are the British Museum of the United States. Get them people back their stuff. And I need to learn how to. I got to stop being so agreeable to go into basements and archives.
Oh
The
no.
whole thing about it, because they're like, "Oh yeah, we have that. That's in the sub basement." I'm like, "Okay, do
Sub
what's up?"
basement. Sub
Yeah,
basement.
I went to verify when we were doing the abolitionist organizations, and I went to verify the
Uh-huh.
lady at the news. Yeah, those were in the sub basement, and I went to go get the notes on that.
Oh
And I thought
no.
about it, like,
Uh-uh.
why did I agree to go? I
No
can laugh
thanks.
now because I survived. Lessons were learned, but I was
I'm
like,
so sorry.
why did I agree to go down there? Oh, okay. It's like if anybody
Mm-mm.
invites any of you all I'm sorry, to a summer kitchen, I want y'all to know that it is a bricked up hole in the ground. Okay, there you are what's going to bake in there. They're going to close the door behind you. That's how they used to open air cook black people. I wish I was joking, but no,
I wish you were joking too, because gross.
that's yeah, that's what they're gonna do. All these trees are chiseling on us. All this tree pollen. Well, okay, Inferno, the name, okay, the Kumasi Empire, Kumasi, the tree, spelled Kum. How do you think that is pronounced? That's why I say I don't think that's my fault. Now, if they were going to be upset with me, maybe they should have gotten upset with me regarding how I tell the story of the formation of the Ashanti Empire, because basically it was the most epic Maury episode ever. The epitome of F them kids. Like I'm gonna show you how to do a real paternity test. I'm gonna wait 20 years and I'm gonna show up because you ain't shit, daddy. You should have raised me. Your mother was a pedophile. I was 16. She was grown and married and a princess. She slept with me, knowing I had to go on the run. Well, I'm here now. Ain't no way you gonna kill me when you look me in the face and realize I'm your son. Wanna bet? Yeah, I wanna bet. Here, drink this wine. Why am I drinking this wine? It'll hurt less because you're drunk. What do you mean? And off with his head. Talk about F them kids.
Mm-mm.
And then
Yeah.
for good measure, dipped the head in gold, gifted it back to the baby mama.
Oh my.
It's the same man that cheated through mysticism to become the head of the Ashanti Empire too. But just I mean, think about it, okay? We're gonna do this Sophia Petrillo style. Vix is used to this. Picture it, okay? 1600s over in Ghana, right after it discovers that it's Ghana. Okay. You have a cousin. Your cousin is known from coast to coast for being so spiritual and being able to choose the proper chiefs and determine the future. Okay. So your cousin goes, we're going to make all the tribes into one, and we're going to have one leader. And this stool is going to choose the leader. Your cousin makes a fire, throws some things on the fire. It sparks. It looks like fireworks. It's all mystical. It's beautiful. Okay. It's a whole David Copperfield production. And in the midst of nobody paying attention to your fading into the blackness of night, then that soul appears like it's floating over to you, choosing you. And everybody's not paying attention to the fact that it's your cousin doing this whole ceremony. You're just like, oh my God, the stool chose me. Yeah. And then to cement it, you got to kill and drip your stool with the blood of the person that's like, hey, are we sure that the stool chose them or did its cousin choose them? And keep in mind, the cousin was boinking the same baby mama.
Mm-mm.
Back in the day, everybody's family tree was just a wreath. They were just passing each other around like blunts. But they didn't wrap nothing. Just puff, puff, pass. Just spraying and praying. Okay, hi, Harley Pup. You, you're mean. Hi. Just sit. No, just sit down. Just, what? What is it that? No, you can't have that. Move your head. No, give me this. You cannot. We've discussed this. No, no, you cannot have Oreos. You have treats. I'll get you a treat when I'm done, but you cannot. Stop. How did you even get into my bag to get an Oreo?
Open the
Let's go.
zipper.
Pretty much. What did you know? What Infernal said? Hi, Harley Pop. Just Jesus Christ.
Hey,
Anyways, they do that in the UK to hold on to their land. I think I'm pretty sure I saw that. Oh yeah, they do. Yeah, hold on to their land, their money, and the traits that they believe make them beautiful. Just like we love the story of Harry and Meghan, okay? We love that royal love story. But if y'all think that she was not researched before their first date, you got to be kidding me because even she is a distant relative of them. Everybody is shook at about Florida and the whole you can still marry your first cousin here. Ah! Y'all need to why? I like my cousins, some of them. Some of them.
not that much.
But yeah, exactly. Not that much. And I know some of them are watching. Y'all know how I feel about y'all. It's a good thing y'all got good personalities and good jobs. Mm.
You're so
And don't
funny.
look at me like that. Some of y'all mamas were not picky at all. Just out here mating with anything. Hmm. Pretty sure some of y'all are the spawn of Little Shop of Horrors. Pretty sure. Can't prove it. Pretty, pretty sure. Same way my dog sucked a Kit Kat out of the closed wrapper. Oh my goodness. Gotta send Harley a bone. What is she? What are you doing? Where are you? Get from behind my chair. What are you? This is. You know what? What is? This is. I'm filing a report on you. Don't puff and puff at me. No, ouch! Would you stop it? No, don't. You hit me. That is assault. I will call 911 on you. That is bullying. It is. Don't try to whisper back at me.
So funny.
Trying her hardest to like be quiet and talk back. Like I know they can't see me, but they can't hear me, and it's not gonna make a difference either. You meanie? What the? She's
See, it's about that time, ain't it?
yeah, hey, look, what you what? No, don't no. Yeah, you they could yeah, they can see you when you jump up here. You're supposed to be nice
Trying
to
to do.
me. DJ said hi, Harley. Yep, West Country, UK. Yeah, I thought Professor Moriarty was in here. Yeah, they like they. It's probably why over in the UK they can't get the definition of a pudding correct. But thank you to all for joining us for this fine Wow Wisdom Wednesday. I don't know why all of a sudden. I don't know. Um, For those listening in over the radio airwaves at gcpr.live, thank you for joining in. And for those watching and listening from all over the social media sphere, thank you. And to our illustrious guest, Vix, thank you. And if you would like to join Eager once again, you can go to joineager.com. And just another reminder, if you would puppy power, okay, Annabelle. Also through Join Eager, if you can go there if you would like to sponsor someone to come to the conference and do that. And also, I have to remember to put the information regarding the Push Christian Women's Conference here in the Chicagoland area. If you would like to donate to that, that will be in the Discord as well. Also, remember the Be Bold merch line or at tazisms.com. The proceeds from that will go to the Push Conference, and you will receive 20% off through the end of the month if you use promo code BDayBash26, BDayBash26 at tazisms.com. It also goes across the top. There is an update, more bits of the story added to Diary of a Willing Widow. And that's all I can remember from right now. But to keep up with all things Taz and have a rocking good time, you can join either the Signal chat, the Discord, or both of them. That is one great way. But as always, thank you for joining in. Keep in mind, today is Wednesday. So I do have class. If you do come back on TikTok for the Learning Through Literacy series, it will start about 7:15, 7:20. Because like I said, I do have class. Planning on anything for my big day on Friday? No. The Licky Boom Boom server is in the Tazism server. I will send you the link as soon as I get done here before I have to jump into class. No, outside of doing the show with you all, no, they're okay. Thank you, Jess. Professor Jess is going to send you the link. Yeah. No. And yeah. Nothing has been planned. I was going to go to brunch with someone. That'd be a little awkward given how I met them. So no. Yeah, I could do a special live. But Friday's show should be a rocking good time. Yeah. Visual see. I know Harley Pup. Would you not? Don't bully me. Thank you. So that being said, as always, can I have to end the show? You can't stop knocking my arm out of the way. Thank you. No, would you? Yes, I have to end it, but I can't do that if you keep blocking me from getting to the mouse. Thank you. Hold tight. I know where your treats are. Thank you. Hold tight. Give me just a second. I know. I'm going to use this hand to get you a treat, but I got to use the hand to touch the mouse. If you keep knocking my hand away from the mouse, can't end it. Okay. Thank you. Mm-hmm. Wait, where's Kay? I don't know. In hell, probably. I am. All right. As up. Would you don't beat me up? Stop. It's you. You're the one that's knocking the camera for YouTube all over the place. Stop. Okay. So as always, each one teach one, each one reach one. I will see you all later today.